Unexpectedly, NBC is trying to accomplish the one goal that Matt Casey's most contentious plot in Chicago Fire Season 14 failed to accomplish. In Chicago Fire, romantic relationships are nothing new. From Kelly Severide's Playboy days to Mouch MacHolland's passionate marriage to Trudy Platt, Firehouse 51's love lives have been the subject of numerous stories. Casey's romantic history in Chicago Fire was likely the most turbulent, especially after he broke up with and subsequently divorced Gabby Dawson, only to later start seeing Sylvie Brett, the closest coworker of his ex-wife. Although Casey and Gabby's divorce was unavoidable due to Monica Raymond's departure from the Chicago Fire, fans are still very interested in him dating Brett. Aside from her being acquainted with Gabby, Brett was initially solely attached to Casey because of his friend. There is no doubting that the entire plot was messy, regardless of how people feel about it. However, Chicago Fire was unable to build a full-fledged love triangle because Gabby had already left before Casey and Brett's relationship began. Given that 3 of its members were stuck in an unpleasant relationship, it was unable to capitalize on the tension that pervaded Firehouse 51. The uneasiness that comes with knowing that Casey and Brett were falling in love in front of everyone, even Gabby, was not experienced by the protagonists in Chicago. It's interesting to note that Lila Novak, Violet McCamey, and Firehouse 51 recruit Sal Vasquez appear to be forming a new love triangle in Chicago Fire Season 14. As he adapted to his new squad, Novak initially made an attempt to get to know him. She had previously had similar encounters with Jack Damon, the secret son of Kelly Severide, which led to a brief but intense romance. However, Violet and Vasquez have become closer in more recent episodes, and the Chicago Fire Season 14 mid-season finale showcases their newly formed connection. Novak and Violet are especially close since, like Gabby and Brett, they are paramedic partners under Ambo 61. In Firehouse 51, they are the closest to having partners. Vasquez is a member of Truck 81, the rig that Casey led before to his relocation to Portland, Oregon, so the similarities don't end there. Although Chicago Fire still has the option to back out of this narrative setup, it would be interesting to watch how the rest of Firehouse 51 would respond if it took a direct approach. Chicago Fire and the rest of the One Chicago universe continue to be appealing because of their characters, despite the changes. Its Midwestern cousins have prioritized personal narratives above the cases they handle on a weekly basis, in contrast to the Law and Order series. The outcome is a more theatrical interpretation of the conventional procedure. Each member of Firehouse 51 has had a personal arc, some of which are more contentious than others, as relationships are at the core of the show's narrative. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.